Labs. A little bit about ourselves. So, we are a small deep tech startup, like 2 years old, started by me and my co-founder. That's Arvind. He could not come because he was in another meet today. We basically a little bit of our background also is important. So I did my PhD from IIT Bangalore in the area of deep neural networks. To be specific, statistical learning theory and probability theory in computer vision and image processing. Also serve as a guest faculty at ISC. Previously worked at Intel Havana AI Labs. Mohit was talking about Havana. So I worked at Gaudio 1.0. So Intel Havana AI Labs and Lexmark Software R&D Labs. Arvind comes from business side of things. He did his masters from ISB, and then he spent in his post ISB years with Mintra in growth and strategy. And that's all. We have been backed. Been fortunate to be backed by kind of couple of amazing investors, including Entrepreneurs First and Flipkart. So I'll just kind of show. I'll just go into the kind of our demo. So we do primarily three things, and we are as a research company, right? So we develop algorithms. So we do primarily three things in the intersection of computer vision, fashion, e-commerce, and of course ML, generative AI. So we do three things. We generate completely synthetic human beings. We automate their attributes, and we put apparels onto them. And there are a couple of kind of product demos which I would like to kind of take you through. Where can I share now? Where can I share? How can I share? Just tell me. This is. How can I share this? I just want to share another tab. Okay, any tab? Stop share. Okay, and then share. Okay, understood. That's fine. This no, it should be. I think this should be fine. Yeah. Perfect. Sorry about that. I'm pathetic at using Zoom. so, okay. So this is the first part, right, where we completely generate synthetic humans. So all the models that you are seeing here are generated from our proprietary generative algorithm, which is primarily based on StyleGAN 3, but of course we did a lot of work to make it work. So you can basically specify race, color, kind of gender, ethnicities, so to generate. So that's the first part. So once the generation is done, then you can fine tune their attributes further. So you come here. So you can see this kind of this black haired model will make kind of little bit kind of blonde. These people are slightly serious, so we thought we'll make them smile a bit. So you can all fine tune this part. You can change their kind of, you can have any other head and you can have another body, and you can make that kind of head to put in another body, right? Now if you put everything together, so and the last part would be, sorry, the virtual try-on, right? So yeah, so you actually, like, you can have any apparel and you can have any person. You can put that apparel to any person as you want. So right side, as you can see, this is the kind of the image of the apparel, and there's a person wearing that particular apparel. We don't require. It's not kind of, you can actually upload your own image wearing any T-shirt, and it should be fine. We don't require. Any, like, there are some of the solutions which require you to upload your photo with innerwear, basically to get rid of segmentation, but we have been able to some extent now handle because of the segmentation issues are there. We also have that. It's not like we don't, but we have been able to kind of do, I think, a little bit better job. So that's the last kind of thing. And now if you plug all these things together, so our end-to-end pipeline, it looks like this, right? So let's take you through. So first you generate, let's say, so you generate like any four person, right? Then you interpolate between them to select the final one. So you generate the video. You can pause at any phase. I mean, so whichever you like the model and all, you take one particular model from there. So you take particular any model from there. So let's say I take this one. Um, then you might like to take another face. So you generate the face. These are all like our proprietary stack. So you take any person, though you can make this person's face smile. You can do a face swap. We're still kind of working on it. It's a very initial version actually. So yeah, so you can do a little bit of skin change if you don't like it. So make it slightly kind of fairer. And this part we can change the hairstyle, but we have our own hairstyle change, but this one we are using in painting. Of course, Stable Diffusion 2.0. It does a wonderful job. This is we are taking their help, and then you can take this person and take it to the apparel warping model, right? So in that entire process, you can have your catalog image with just the image of the apparel. You don't need anything else, right? We have, yeah. So we have a couple of byproducts here, which I'll like take you through. So, right. So that's the idea. Couple of byproducts is we have a model swap. So basically, shoot on any person, and we can make that person of kind of the target model that you want. So we did this pilot for one of our client. So it's like they shoot on this person, and we have changed it to, yeah. So as you can see, like this is the person, and we have changed it to completely a different looking person, and we can generate it, do it many times as we want, like, and every time we can give you separate model, right? So that's the byproduct of that end-to-end pipeline that I kind of showed you. Yeah. So this is the input, as you can see, this is the output. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that's almost. Yeah. So I just stop here. I'll take questions. So we are in the process of filing 3 patents here right now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, one second. There are some here also. Yes. Okay. No. Sure.
So you must be talking to some shopping companies like e-commerce websites, right? Not e-commerce, like shopping brands. So I have a question. So are they open to the idea of like playing around with the new kind of user experience while shopping? Are they open to the idea of like playing around with new experiences for users to shop clothes?
I think they are, otherwise people would not have invested in this.
The VCs. What about the brands? Are they okay?
So as we are talking also, I think there is, but I mean, so this is an evolving process, right? Like if you, and also it varies from person to person. So I think there is definitely a trend to use this thing, but like given a choice, like I don't remember when the last time I went to a kind of a shop also to buy. It's all my wife who does it. So I think this is a very individual choice how the people do shopping and all. So but I think there is definitely a trend of using it and trial by yourself. If that's what you are asking, is that your question? No. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Oh. Any other question?
Yeah, go ahead. Last question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to know what kind of algorithms do you use for expression change? Like, is it completely in-house or some open source models or anything that you're
No,
using?
it is completely in-house.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it is completely in-house. Yeah. So but we could discuss. We build a classifier primarily. We trained it very intelligently, and then we basically segmented kind of between the expressions and all, and then build up very classifiers. What is the problem if you think about it theoretically? It's a problem of the entanglement, right? You want to minimize the entanglement. Yeah. So that we have been able to handle.
Which I have seen in the diffusion space is this paper called semantic guidance, which works on the boundaries of the native space and then it tries to minimize the entanglement of the natural language prompt you are trying to provide.
Yeah.
Semantic guidance is another way of taking a look at it.
I had also seen some papers where, let's say, you have a training data of one person, and you take another person's, let's say, happy face, and you try to build a latent vector from that happy person's face, and then you try to add it to the actual target, and then you generate the face. But the problem which I always saw with that was that identity isolation identity isolation is very tough.
Yeah,
let's say if you are using a man's happy face and adding it to a woman's face, which is like neutral expression, there are chances that the woman's face will turn happy, but she will have a mustache.
Latent manipulation is a hard problem, and I think miles to go as a researcher. That's what I feel. And whatever you see, we have been developing for last 2 years. It's just from Jan onwards, we have started getting a little bit of traction. It's not started getting. We're actually getting too much of this thing, but we have been able to solve kind of from Jan onwards. So yeah, you are correct. Yeah. Latent manipulation is a hard problem. Anyone else? I will take off. Okay.
Sure.
How many images did it took you to actually generate the...
This is a very good question, and I think we did an amazing job there. This is just 15K. 15K, 15K.
15,000 for a single...
15,000K for what you saw.
But if I want to transfer myself onto that, how many images do I want to take?
You?
If I have to transfer me as a model, as a fashion model,
Huh.
how many...
There's nothing. You can upload your photo and you can see yourself.
I do only 5 or 7 images.
Nothing. Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how to... okay, I'll continue this.
Yes. Of course. Sure.
In the demos, you had mostly dresses with solid colors in them. So there is that kind of limitation.
Not limitation. We wanted to show the deformation and the color is kind of maintaining properly. So it's purposeful. Like it's easy to kind of show. So that we just wanted to show that we are not losing much information. That was the idea. Okay, no?
Awesome. Cool. So Amritendu is also going to be with us. Yeah.